So good afternoon students. Today we will understand about the Newton-Raphson method. So Newton-Raphson method was given by Newton and Raphson, that's why it is known as Newton-Raphson method. And this method can also be used to find the roots of the equation like we have done in previous lectures by using some other methods like secant method, iteration method, regular falsi method, bisection method. So this is also the method by which we can find the root of the equation. So in this video we will see the basic principle, basic concept of the Newton-Raphson method, or we can say we will see the formula to find the root of the equation, and we will also discuss one example using this method. So let us see, first of all we will see what is Newton-Raphson method. So let x0 be an approximate root of equation, and that is fx0. We are saying the equation is fx equals to 0, and we are saying that x0, this is any approximate root of the equation, is x0. Now if the first, suppose the first approximation, that is x1, this is equals to x0 plus h. We are adding some value here in this, and this is x1 equals to x0 plus h. So we are saying this x1 is x0 plus h, and this is the exact root. If we are saying x1 is the exact root, then it means obviously fx1 will be 0. So this will give fx1 equals to 0. Now we will expand this fx0 plus h by Taylor series, and we are familiar with the Taylor series. We have already seen in so many places in the mathematics. So we can apply this Taylor series here also. So we are expanding this fx0 plus h by Taylor series. So we can write this will be as per the Taylor series. So this will be fx0 plus h, f dash x0 plus h square upon factorial 2, f double dash x0 plus h cube upon factorial 3, f triple dash x0, and so on, equals to 0, because we are finding the root. So this is equals to 0. Now here, as we know, this h is this is a very small difference between the two roots, or we can say two approximate roots. This may be like x0 x1 or x1 x2 x3 x4. So we can say this h square will be very small. So as h is small, so we are neglecting h square, because this is going to be very small. So neglecting h square and higher powers of h. So in this way we will get, because we are removing the terms h square onwards, so it is left with fx0 plus h into f dash x0 equals to 0. So in this way we can find the value of h. So it comes out to be, or we can say this h will be, this is equals to minus fx0 divided by f dash x0. Let us say this is equation number 1. So we can say now the closer approximation to the root approximation, this is the first approximation. So we can find, or we are simply putting the value of h in this x1 equals to x0 plus h. So after putting this value here, it becomes x1 equals to x0 minus fx0 divided by f dash x0. So this is the first approximation. So similarly we can find out the other approximations, like second, we can say this x2 will be, this is equals to x2 equals to x1 minus fx1 divided by f dash x1. So this is the second approximation. This is second approximation. This is first. Similarly, we can also calculate x3. x3 will be equals to x2 minus fx2 upon f dash x2, and this is the third approximation. This is third approximation. Similarly, we can find out the value of x4. x4 will be x4 equals to x3 minus fx3 divided by f dash x3. So one thing is common here, or we can say when we are finding these roots, then if we are saying this is x1, then this is x0, x0, x0. If we are calculating x2, then this is x1, x1, x1. If we are calculating x3, x2, 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 and so on. Similarly, if we want to calculate find out the value of x4, then this will be x4 will be equals to x3 minus fx3 divided by f dash x3, and so on. So it can be generalized. So this is the general formula. We can find out xn plus 1. So this xn plus 1 will be equals to xn minus fxn f dash xn, where so we can say this is the general formula where n equals to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. The value of n is 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. So this is known as Newton-Raphson formula, or we can say, so this is known as Newton-Raphson method. Newton-Raphson method, or Newton's iteration formula to find the root of an equation. So this is the general form, the final formula of Newton-Raphson method. Now let us see, we will see one example in which we will use this formula to find the root. So let us see. So now we will see the example. In this we have to find the real root of the equation, or we can say find by Newton's Raphson method the real root of the equation 3x equals to cos x plus 1. This is the equation that we have already discussed with previous methods. So this is 3x equals to cos x plus 1. So now we will see its solution. Let fx equals to 3x minus cos x minus 1. Let fx equals to 3x minus cos x minus 1. Now we can easily find out the value of f0. So in the starting we are taking the value 0 just to find out the interval. So f0 can be calculated. We will put the value 0 here. So this will be 3 into 0. It comes out to be 0 minus cos 0. This will be 1. So minus 1 minus 1. It comes out to be minus 2. And this value is negative. Now we will put the value 1. So we will find f1. So we are putting 1 here in this. So this will be f1. 3 into 1 minus cos 1 minus 1. So 3 into 1 is 3. And this is cos 1. The value of cos 1, it can be, we can find this value from the log table. So it comes out to be 0.5403. And this is minus 1, it comes out to be 1.4597. So this is a positive value. So we can say at f0 we are getting a negative value and at f1 we are getting a positive value. So we can say the desired root will lie between 0 and 1. So we can say the desired root of fx lies between 0 and 1. Now we are assuming the value, here we have, this is the assumption, or we can say now we are taking the value x0. This is 0.6, we have taken here 0.6 because this will be near to 1, because here we are finding the value, then we are getting this 1.4597. That's why we are taking this x0 equals to 0.6. So this is the assumption. Now in this step we will find the value of f dash x. F dash x is basically we are differentiating the given equation with respect to x. So we are differentiating it and we are getting this f dash x. So this f dash x comes out to be 3 plus sin x, because this is differentiated, so it comes out to be 3 and it comes out to be, this will be minus sin x, so this will be sin plus sin x, and this is 0. So the value of f dash x, it comes out to be 3 plus sin x. Now we will see that the Newton-Raphson formula or Newton's iteration formula. So it can be given as, on the basis of this value of this fx and f dash x, we can write the Newton's iteration formula. So as we know, we have seen that this is xn plus 1 equals to xn minus fxn divided by f dash xn. So this will be equivalent to, this is xn and fxn will be, because fx is 3x minus cos x minus 1, therefore fxn will be 3xn minus cos x minus 1. So this is cos xn divided by 3 plus sin xn. So this is the general Newton's iteration formula for this particular equation, or we can say it implies, after simplifying it, it gives xn plus 1 equals to xn sin xn plus cos xn plus 1 divided by 3 plus sin xn. So let us say this is equation number 1. Now we are having the formula, that is we are having now this xn plus 1. So to find the approximations or the roots, so for x1 we will put the value n equals to 0. So for x1, for the first approximation we will put the value 0, or for x1 putting n equals to 0. So we can put n equals to 0 here. So it comes out to be, this will be 0 plus 1. So it comes out to be x1, and this is, here we are putting n equals to 0. So this is x0 sin x0 and then cos x0 plus 1 3 plus sin x0. So simply we are putting n equals to 0 here. Now what we will do, we will put all these values, like we will put the value of x0, sin x0, cos x0 and sin x0. So x0 is, here we have taken this assumption, this is the assumption, x equals to x0 is 0.6. So this is 0.6 sin 0.6, we can calculate the value of sin 0.6 from the log table, and this is cos 0.6 plus 1 divided by 3 plus sin 0.6. So the value of sin 0.6, this will be from the log table, this is 0.5729, and the value of cos 0.6, this is 0.82533, and this is plus 1, and this will be 3 plus, the value of sin 0.6 is 0.5729, it comes out to be 0.6071. So the value of x1 is, this is 0.6071. Now the value of x1, we will put to calculate the value of x2. So for x2 we will put the value of n as 1, or we can say for x2 putting n equals to 1. So in this n equals to 1, so it comes out to be, this will be x2. So x2 is x1 sin x1 plus cos x1 plus 1 divided by 3 plus sin x1. Now the value of x1 is, this is 0.6071, and the value of this sin x1, we can find the value of this sin 0.6071 from the log table, plus cos 0.6071, again we can find the value of this cos 0.6071 from the log table, and then plus 1 divided by 3 plus sin 0.6071. So from the log table we can write the value of this 0.6071, it comes out to be 0.57049, and the value of cos 0.6071, it comes out to be 0.8213, and then plus 1 divided by 3 plus this, the value of sin 0.6071, this is 0.57049. So after simplification, this value, the value of x2 comes out to be 0.6071. So it is clear from the value of x1 and the value of x2, both are same. So we can say it is clearly x1 equals to x2. So we can say the desired root will be, desired root is 0.6071 correct to 4 decimal places. So this is the final root using the Newton-Raphson method. So we can see in this example, when we are using the Newton-Raphson method, so it is converging, or we are getting the final root very fast. So this is the main difference between this Newton-Raphson method with other method. So I hope that you would be definitely benefited from this video lecture. Thank you.